Open your ears and listen to me. In today's video, I'm going to teach you how you can take control of your money than your money taking control of you. Because so many of you are broke, you're poor, not because you don't work hard, not because you are lazy, not because you don't earn income, but because you don't know how to do these two things that I'm going to teach you. Listen to me. If it is your first time coming across my channel, consider giving me a follow and then consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. You understand? Let's go straight to the point. So, listen to me. Rich people create what they call a budget. Rich people create what they call a budget. A budget is a tool that you use to tell your money where your money is supposed to go. A budget is a tool that you use to control the flow of your money, how you spend your money. You understand? As an individual, you must have what they call a budget. That is why even a country itself has a budget for a particular year. Even companies, they have budgets. So who are you as an individual not to have a budget? Most poor people, most broke people think that when I have a budget limits me from buying whatsoever I want to buy. No, that is poor mindset. That is poor thinking. You need to shift your mindset to a rich mindset. You still have a poor mindset if you think that a budget limits you from achieving so many, like buying the things that you want to buy. No. When you have a budget, you control your money. You control where is 2K going. Where is this 2,000 going? Where is this 50,000 going? Where is this 20,000 going? Where am I sending this 1K? Where am I sending this 5K? You understand? You control the flow of your money. You control your money. Your money does not control you. You understand? So a budget is a tool you use to direct your money. Where should my money go? As an individual, you must have a budget. If you want to become rich, you must have a budget. You must have a budget. You understand? You must have a budget. Have a budget. These are things that people will never tell you, but you just learn them by yourselves. But I'm here telling you for free. You understand? So let's continue. I will show you how the rich budget their money. So open your ears and listen to me carefully. This is how the rich budget their money. The rich use what they call a budgeting system. And this system is called the 50-30-20 rules of budgeting. 50-30-20 rules of budgeting. This is a system whereby the rich divide their money. They divide their income. They divide their income. What they earn, they divide it into 3 portions. The first portion goes to what they call needs. Then the second portion, that is 30%, goes to what they call what? Wants. Then the other 20% goes to what they call what? Savings or investments. You understand? I'm going to explain it so well to you so that you can understand. For example, let's say maybe you earn, your income is 1 million Ugandan shillings. So out of that 1 million Ugandan shillings, 50%, a half of it, 50% is going to go to needs. 50% is going to go to needs. You understand? Then 30% of that 1 million goes to what they call wants. Then 20% goes to savings or investments. You understand? I'm going to explain to you these 3 categories so that you can understand how your money functions there. You understand? I'm going to explain to you. Let's continue. When you talk of 50% needs, first of all, you need to know what needs are. Needs are things that you cannot live without. For example, you need a house over your head. You need to be eating every day. For 1 full month, you should be eating. You need water to be flowing in your house. You need light. You need to pay your electricity. These are things you cannot live without. You understand? You cannot live without. So 50% of your income goes straight to it. Then 30%. 30% is what makes life beautiful. Even if you are paying all these bills, you're paying all these expenses, make sure that you are enjoying life. So 30% of your income goes straight to what? Entertainment. Things that makes life easy. Lifestyle. You buy data, you buy like you subscribe to Spotify, like you go on a date, you take yourself out, Like things that makes life beautiful for you. You understand? Things that makes life beautiful. That is where 30% of your 1 million goes. Then 20%. 20% is where wealth is created now. When you receive your money the first day, pop, pick 20% immediately. That is what they call pay yourself first. Before you pay this rent, before you pay power, before you take yourself out, pick 20% and put it into your investment account. That is your seed. When you lose your job, when they fire you from your workplace, you have somewhere to fall on. You understand? You have a backup. So out of that 1 million, 200,000, that is 20%, goes to your investment account. You put that money aside for future investment, for a side hustle. You understand? Wisdom. So my friends, listen to me. Becoming financially free or becoming rich is not something hard. You just need to have a budget, and then above you having a budget, there is one important factor. That is what they call financial discipline. Now imagine you have finished to use your 30%. You have finished to use money for your wants. You have spent all the money for your wants before the month has ended. Do not be tempted to go and pick again money from your savings, your investment account. Do not be tempted. That if you move again and you pick money from your savings account, that means you lack financial discipline. And without financial discipline, you cannot grow. You cannot grow financially. So listen, becoming rich is not about how much money you earn. It is about how much money you can control. It is about how do you control your money. That is how people become rich. So if you like this video, consider subscribing to my YouTube channel, link in the bio, or consider following me on my TikTok channel. I love you people so much. One love. I remain your #1 coach, Obin.